What's up, motherfoxers? It's time for a custom whore cleaner. I mean air cleaner. Let's go on an adventure. Here it is. Look at that. See that? See what that says? It says China. You know, communism. California. Anyway. Old China-fornia. No, this came from our friendly government over there in China. Boom, there it is. And just like that, it's an air cleaner. Look at this boring thing. How boring is that, huh? So, we got this. That's not all we're just gonna do. Wait till you see what we got in store for this. And then, you gotta be kidding me. Look at this little dent right here. Those sons of bitches. Told you they were communists. Doesn't affect its hurting, and it's not hurting anything. And it's good for a whore. There's the bottom. There's this thing. But, anywho. Alright, guys. There we go. There's the paint. The leftover paint from the rims. I did have to get some more of this. This is a catalyst, and this is pricey. This is very pricey. And yeah, I just had this left over. There it is, tuxedo black, which is cool. It's kind of got a rainbow sparkly in it, you know, but it ain't gay. It's cool. They didn't steal it all from us, guys, but they're trying. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a rub down. Then I'm gonna find some white primer and kind of just spray it around here. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You'll understand in a few. But yeah, I thought, you know, they had the Ford racing ones. They're $114. I really didn't want it to say racing. I just wanted to say Ford. So that's what we're doing. So, and, well, let me get to sanding. Also, I'll probably be cleaning out some stuff while I'm watching paint dry. Instead of sitting here watching paint dry, I'll be doing some stuff on the inside of the car. But I think it's time we lengthen this. Okay. I think it's time we pull this off back here, lengthen it, because I want it sitting over there. Right here, guys, this is a single stage Nason. When I went in there to get this, I got the same stuff that's on my rims in my truck. And when I went in there, I said, I want the toughest stuff you can do. I am painting rims. He goes, well, the toughest stuff I have is glossy. And I said, hell yeah. And that stuff has been on my truck for like 5 years, I think. Hasn't even chipped. That is some badass stuff. Now, I did put G-Techni ceramic coating for rims on those rims. Not a chip. I don't think there's a scratch in them. And then I also use the same paint for my side steps on there. Not a chip, not a scratch. I mean, this is some tough shit. I'm very impressed by this. And I live in Michigan, man, so there's a lot of salt. There's a lot of rough snow hitting it. And then the ice buildup right there by the door and the step. Nothing. It's perfect. And I painted over chrome with that, guys. There's a method to do it. And I looked it up and then figured out kind of my own way, but it works. It works. But you do gotta, if you do that, just keep in mind you're going to have to go get at a paint store etch primer, something that has a catalyst to it, not that stuff in the can that I have. There we go. That didn't take long. Scotch Brite for the win. I'm sitting over here going, all right, I was about ready to, stuff this up. Then I thought, why? It's just going to be under there and get just blackened probably. And it'll get abused. Nobody's ever going to see it. It's just like painting this side. I'm just looking at more work and that I don't really need to do. I stuck that in there. I don't know if that's a good breather. It's from China. Of course, everything is from China. Anyway, but yeah, let me go ahead and see what I can find over there in the paint department. Gotta clean this off first, obviously. A little Duplicolor filler primer. It's sandable, which I'll probably need as soon as it dries here, but I think we got it. I even that wherever that bent piece is, you could somewhere around here. I did bend it bad right there. I bent this right here. I kind of bent it as straight as I could to follow that curve. There's a little dent there though, but not a big deal. We'll put that toward the back of the engine, shall we? Well, I might as well just paint the whole thing since it's not much. And then I'll get a couple of coats on here to where I know it's safe to sand to get it ready for the real paint. I need the white to make the, well, you'll see. You haven't figured it out yet. Alright, let's see how my little system works here. Be very careful. Ooh, what's that little nebbit there? We're going to take a look at that. It's very sketchy. It's very sketchy. I ain't worry about the sides. We'll let that dry. Alright, gang. What do you got going on? Well, I'm waiting for paint to dry over there. So, remember back a while ago, guys, I was putting the original, because they screwed up. Well, they didn't screw up. They just ripped out the original harnesses. So I got, this is an original harness. See this? What is going on? What is going on with that? Okay, stand by. The car's off. There's no reason for that to be doing that. Mystery solved. I was bumping the constant hot to the ignition wire. All right, anyway. What am I doing here? Well, months and months ago, guys, and if you've been watching my videos a while, you've been knowing they cut the wiring harnesses in this car for the radio. I hate that. Use wiring harnesses, people. Just go buy them. They're just so easy. You just plug shit in, you know. So I put the original one in here. Here's the plug for the speakers. This will go to the radio when I get it. And then I'm going to put, the only thing I didn't put in at the time was this plug here, which is this 90 degree, goes in the car. And this is for the radio. But I put this in, or I didn't put it in because I didn't have the car ready to be electrified, and I didn't know what these wires were right here. So, and good thing I did this, because this right here is a black and yellow wire. I had a 90 Ranger, I had a 90 Festiva, I got a 90 LX over here, and the other thing. In 1990, I believe they switched this over to a constant hot, or to a constant hot. Well, this is the ignition in this car. I mean, really? And then this right here is the ignition wire, which I think in the 90s, in the 90 models, it's red. So I don't know why they got a green and yellow. I don't know what that is. And then this right here is my ground wire. I had to rerun it through the harness. It was going up into the harness and whatever. The other one was just cracked all to hell, so I just pulled it out of there, and that's what this will be. Red wire. Actually, this wire, I think in this car is supposed to be red. I replaced a red wire, so it's a ground. So that's probably why this is the ignition wire on this color, because this ground wire was red, and they all go up here with this ground wire, which is probably to the heater or something. So, but let me get this put in. It's nothing exciting here, but okay, one more thing. These are the wiring harnesses for the speakers. So in Infinite Wisdom 4, they got these weird little plugs for the speakers. Go buy these. Quit cutting the wires because, oh my god, it's got a connector that I'm not used to. Go freaking buy the harness. They're on Amazon, man. They're like a couple, I mean, probably $5 for 2 of them. I got 2, but I need 2 more sets. So for the 6 speakers, and it's gonna be in this car. So anyway, oh yes, and then I got to get the horn, guys, right here. I pulled the plug off this because this plug is long gone. I don't know where it's at. They didn't have it hooked up, so I just got to get. Oops, there's a hot wire in there. I heard that thing, something ticked. But I got a Deutsch plug kit for a 3-pin that I'm gonna put in here. So I don't know if it's gonna be long enough though, because I think these pins aren't gonna work. I don't think. It's different. So I gotta cut these, which is gonna make it shorter, and I would have to add like an inch of wire. This stupid thing, because these hillbillies cut this shit off and they didn't know what the hell they were doing. Let me go check that paint. All right, it's time. What's going on in a minute, but remember I said I saved paint? You kind of get what I'm doing here, guys? Stay tuned. Good news, bad news? Good news is, this is all hooked up and ready to go. Bad news is, I was looking at this thing. There are 3 plugs that go into that. And I will have to lengthen all of them. Here's the plug for the heater. I pulled it this way. It was back up in here. I pulled it over here because this is where I'm gonna be able to get to it, to cut these, to add wire to it, to bring it around. Because this is gonna be sitting here, guys. Remember, I'm gonna do a little swapperoo here. And then here is the plug for the fan, which is, you know, busted off. It's gotta go over here. Ain't happening. And looking at this, we can replace just this, because this is a switch. The rest of it is over there. When I went to unplug it, that's what the whole thing popped out. So we can take it out. I'll see if I can't find one somewhere around. Might have to go get some wire too, because that right there is a hefty piece of 10 gauge. All I got's a shitty 10 gauge. Just cheap wire. I would like to get something decent for that. That's the freaking heater, man. You know, all this stuff. And it might be the same colored wire, guys. I don't give a shit. It's just extending them out as long as I get the wires right, you know, putting them together and stuff. So that's another project. I don't know if I'm up for that just yet. But, so I solved the mystery. And it's actually a screw up. It is. I mean, what can I say? I can't say much for myself on this one, but maybe it's because it's single stage paint. So, no. You see, that's matching pretty damn good. And I used white primer. And that was a very darker primer. Mystery solved. Alright, so this is what I'm doing, guys. This is going to go on here, and then we're going to paint the whole thing tuxedo black. And I'll leave the Ford with the wild strawberry. What do you guys think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Now, I'll tell you what, I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, man, maybe I should just paint this wild strawberry. You open it up, and it's like in your face. The redness. And then just paint that tuxedo black. But I think that might be just a little, you know, we've gone pretty, yeah. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just that's gonna be red. But yeah, some there's some horror stuff coming. Just gonna tell you that. So I went and got some wire. I'm gonna bend my very poor back down here and cut them wires and lengthen them all. So yeah, but I don't think I can do anything to this today. I can't do anything else. I gotta let this sucker cure. I've been having it underneath the heater up there, and it feels it's a little bit tacky, but I'm gonna go ahead and just let that sit overnight, and then we'll stick this on, and that way we can paint the rest of it black tomorrow, and then we'll peel it off. That should be fun. Trying to peel that thing off. I hope it sticks good enough, you know. But that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm looking at this going, it does look so good. Just like have that red thing right in your face when you open it up. But I think we should just do it black. Besides, I already got that painted for it anyway. So, all right, on to some wiring. So here we are. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. Cut this one off down here a little bit. Stagger it. I'm gonna go tell my dog to shut up. Okay, guys. All right, I got this mixed here. Thing is, that catalyst they gave me was thick. I don't remember, and then when I put it in the paint, it was thick. I don't remember being thick like that. So I dumped a little bit of lacquer thinner in there to thin it out, man. And I'll be honest with you, that lacquer thinner is contaminated. It's got a bunch of red fox body interior dye in it. It's red. But I don't think it's good. Man, black covers. That's why I didn't paint that other side. We're just painting this. We're painting this regardless of the fact that thing's half red. I just think this paint's going to cover. I could be wrong. We're going to roll those dice. Let's do it. And then I was being careful, and look. I touched something and it got all over me. I'm not sure what I touched. Yeah, so all the stuff that makes it tuxedo black, except for the black pigment, was laying at the bottom of the can. Scraped it up the best I could. We'll see what happens. I guess I shouldn't have laid that down. Anyway, here we go. Dump her all in there. There we go. Yeah, let's get it. Well, the only thing I got against me right now is it's 58 degrees in here, and that's over by the heater. Roll the dice. There's 2 coats. Don't know if I need to do any more. I mean, looks pretty good. Really hope I can get that sticker out of there. Didn't plan on it to be that thick. That'll be fun. Hopefully it don't take the red off either, because it does. We're doing this all over again. Because I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, I got the coil all ran over here. Just trying to find my Tessa tape that I just had, and now it's nowhere to be found. So yeah, I've been doing that. Got it. Forgot it rolled. It literally fell down on the K-member, rolled along the back, and then fell on the floor. Coat number 3. Yeah, I hope everything's okay. Getting that sticker off. Okay, we do have a problem. I've never bought a carbureted air cleaner before, so I thought they were all the same. Looks pretty good, don't it? Except it's supposed to be like this. So I did a quick search and found out there's flat bottoms and recessed. Didn't really think about it. Didn't really know. So I ordered another just base that was flat. We got the coil all taken care of. There it is. That looks nice and neat right there. Move that out of there. So eventually we'll get the relays, like I said, and put over there and get rid of this. But there's that for now. Can't really touch this. It's not drying. It's sticky as hell. I hope it dries. I hope I mix that right. I couldn't remember the ratio, so I just picked the old 4-to-1. I don't know. And I did put lacquer thinner in there. I hope that didn't throw. I don't think lacquer thinner is like a paint thinner, man. It shouldn't be a matte. I don't know. Looky, looky, looky. There you go, guys. What is this? Well, you see that? That is the reason why we had to replace the floors in the back. Same thing on the other side. Yeah, this isn't going to be like some kind of tutorial. I think the best thing to do in this situation is just hand it off to the mobile glass guy. Well, retired mobile glass guy. And that's my dad. I'm not even going to deal with it. I said I bought those. They're for you. So he's going to take care of all that stuff. He knows how to do that stuff. But anyway, we're going to turn our attention to this sucker here. Yes. You see that Ford glistening there? There's a lot of paint on top of that. Holy crap, dude. I gotta try to peel that off. So, either I'm gonna be able to do this and I'm gonna be a hero, or it's gonna be a disaster and you're gonna witness the whole thing. So, I peel that off and the beautiful wild strawberries underneath, or the wild strawberry comes off with the decal that's underneath that paint. So I'm gonna see if I can't find my old art school days and my X-Acto knife. If not, we're gonna use a razor blade. So this should be fun. Surgical hands, see? No problem. Alright guys, found my X-Acto knife. Here we go. And this paint is still a bit sticky. Ooh, I see some red. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't get too cocky, asshole. It's working out so far, but hey, you never know. Oh, yes. Woo. So far, so good. Good Lord. All right, let's get the middle. Ah, oh, now for the big FU. There you go. Thanks for watching. So we get in a little closer. There's a little scrape there, a little scrape there, and a little scrape there, and a little scrape there. Or that's part of the decal. It's not coming off. I can't tell. My eyes aren't that good. So, but that looks pretty sweet, huh? Come on, man. Come on, come on. Let's put this thing over this. Even though this is not the proper bottom, but look at that. That's pretty cool. Come on, man. Custom and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same color as the engine. Ah, dude. That's badass. Anywho, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to take that thing in and hopefully it'll cure. If not, it's just going to be very sticky all the time. Tracks lots of dust. No big deal. Call the filter. Anyway, later.